I had a job interview that was in Mississauga, Ontario, and a friend of mine drove me over to the job interview, and I was accepted at the interview, and I was told that I will start working in 2 weeks. So my friend who drove me asked me how did it go, and I was, yeah, I got accepted, and I'm gonna start in 2 weeks. So he was kind of impressed, and he goes, "Okay, good for you, Ali." And shortly after, he asked me if I had nothing else to do, and I said no. And he goes, "Let's go visit my brother-in-law." Okay, so we go to visit his brother-in-law. Sure enough, he was a carpet dealer. So we went inside that store, and I met him, shook hands, and hello, and this and that. And they sat in the office. They were chatting, and I just excused myself to go look at the carpets. And I just said, do you mind if I look at the carpets? He goes, yeah, go ahead. So I went, and about an hour later, they said, like, hey, don't you want to come and sit with us and have a cup of chai? And I was like, I don't drink chai, because at the time I did not. And I'm just enjoying myself looking at these carpets. And the man was obviously smart, which I come to conclude later on in life. Uh, he goes, before we left, he asked me, he said, Ali, you have 2 weeks before you start your new job. What do you think about starting, or rather, I need help. And would you mind helping me? And I said, yeah, absolutely. He goes, when can you start? I said, anytime you want. Can you start tomorrow? I said, sure. So the next day I was at work. I ended up working with him for 5 years. My first store in Toronto was in November of 1989. Mahan Carpets on Bloor Street. And then I moved on, sold that store, and moved on and went back to school. And 1999, I opened Kensington Carpets in Toronto.